Now, we're just going to take a really quick look, and this is one small part of the table that we do have available on the help, on our help section, in our documentation section of the CCPA versus the GDPR. Now, in this little illustration here, we only look at the user's rights. So on the left column, it's the CCPA, and on the right column, it's the GDPR. Now, for an entire view of the full table, which covers a lot of things like the definition of personal data, in which cases it applies, the scope of the law, and things like that, you can see that on the help. And again, we'll post a little link directly to the table so that you can take a look at that. So as you can see, a lot of the rights are shared. The right to rectification, however, users under the CCPA are not granted this right. And the right to object, they're not really granted this right either. They're somewhat, it's somewhat covered by the right to opt out. And this only applies if they've previously opted out. So if a user has said, please don't sell my personal data, and you've stopped, then first of all, in order for you to continue selling that user's personal data, you would have to get their permission. So they would have to opt in. So it's not like a year can pass and then you can just decide to sell their data again. Once they've opted out, they do have to opt in. And the right to object is somewhat covered by this right to opt out. Now, a quick note here, which is something that's also in the article, is that if a user has in fact opted out and asked you to stop selling their personal information, you can request permission from them to let you continue sharing or selling their personal information, but only after 1 year has passed. So if they've opted out this year, you can't immediately send them a message next month and say, please let me continue sharing your personal data. You do have to wait at least 1 year before contacting that user again.